All right. All right, here we go. All right, so it seems easy enough. We just have to go meet Mr. Godric. That said, as you can see, I was getting my ass whooped. And I don't know if I'm ready to go see, like, a demigod at this point. So we may need to do other things first. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and pick up some roa fruit. Although we probably don't need too much of it. But the good thing is even the items you pick up, every item you pick up, regardless of what it is and the rarity of it, it's worth 10 bucks or 10 runes. Again, that's kind of all online stuff, so we'll kind of ignore that. Well, looks like our first threshold guardian here is going to be this little dude, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think I can fight this guy. Kind of looked like that scion, that grafted scion, like that terrible creature that knocked us off of that chapel there. This guy looks way more powerful. So we're just going to kind of skip him for now. Come over here. He looks pretty cool, though. Now this guy looks like he's protecting the Golden Order. You know what I mean? Like, look at that guy. His golden glow. And it's like so oppressive. Like, look, like it's like blocking out. Well, the moon's kind of coming out a little bit as it gets darker out. Let's hurry into this church here. Got a little site of grace here. So a little item over here. Ooh, golden rune. We're gonna find a lot of those. They're gonna be worth, I think, like 400 runes. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's look around. Site of Grace wants us to go this way. It looks like there is a little guy here with what looks to be an instrument of sorts.
You're tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods. I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all. You know, you should buy us a crafting essential. The kit costs but the import.
Alright, we currently have 603 runes. Now remember, these runes, you want to kind of translate them into our attributes here. But we're starting out at level 9. Some people are starting out at level 1, so we kind of have some extra runes here. So let's see. We have some throwing daggers, really good. The telescope, which is pretty cool. Cracked pot, which we're going to need. The crafting kit, which of course we're going to get. Kind of comes with a pestle mortar, a little blade, other tools. Provides both means to fight and means to survive. So this allows us to craft generally. Now we only have 300 left, so let's not worry about anything at the moment. We're going to need at least $2,000 to get all these little items and stuff like that. I do want to get a torch though, because we're going to go into dark caves, and that's going to be good for now. There's nothing really to sell. Again, like every item is worth 10 points. And there's no reason to really sell anything at the moment. You can see that a golden rune 2 is worth 400 runes, which is cool, but we're going to want to use that to kind of level up.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
Alright. So we're going to come over here and strengthen our armaments. So we can make our longsword a +1, our halberd a +1, and our heater shield a +1. However, we're going to need some smithing stones, so we'll find those later, I guess. Let's look over here. Let's kind of look at our map. We haven't really looked at our map yet. The stranded graveyard. You can see we don't really have... I love the map when you first start out, because when you see how big it gets, it's like, what? So I'm assuming kind of what that's the anticipation. I kind of doing that. Looking out to the sea here. Oh yeah, there's a... I think that was like an island out there. I think that's what... Oh yeah, maybe that's the island there. Oh, I thought that was a bird. Yeah. Alright. Well, it's the beginning of the game. We should just kind of let the game kind of guide us. There's no reason to think that the Golden Order is anything wrong or bad. So for now, it has brought us here, so let us continue along our way. These earthly flowers are for multiplayer. You'll see them a lot. And the Roa flowers, those are like little raisins that you will feed your horse with. Oh shit. Alright. That felt better. Ooh, he has an item for us. Let's find out. A long sworn straight sword. Ooh. So let's check that out. So with items, you can see here, we have our longsword, and it has pretty good critical, a little more physical, but it, for some reason, has slightly less. Now you have to think about it. Underneath the letter there, it's an even smaller number. So D has a scale within itself. So it has a slightly less strong D. It kind of favors dexterity. So we get a plus 14 there. Now the scale is going to be, I think it goes to E, D, C, B. I think there's A, and then there's superior S. So if we ever have an S something, that's pretty cool. And what that does is it scales with your strength and your dexterity. So you have the attributes scaling, which is going to be on a graded curve, and then the attributes required, which is on a what you need. So we have to have at least 10 and at least 10 in dexterity. And you can look over at the right side at our character status that we have a strength of 14 and dexterity. So we can totally use this sword. And the only difference in it is that it gives us a little more physical, and it's much better at critical. But it's going to kind of scale the same too, you know. You can see that it's scaling just slightly less, you know. So over time, this longsword may be slightly better, but because of the critical, it might be better. But everything else is exactly the same, so you don't even have to think about anything else. Yeah, I mean, though blackened and damaged by years of use, it appears to have otherwise been kept in service. Yeah, so this is going to be something we find a lot. You can see they're basically kind of the same thing, and they also have both have pierce. So, but I'm going to switch to it because I think this one's way better. Now, we can put this in our thing, but what I think I might do early on is probably sell this longsword, because it's basically the same, and I'm not going to want to keep it, and I definitely want the runes that I can get for it. So I can go back to him and probably buy some stuff, but we'll do that later. We're going to continue on our little path here. Now, one of the rules of the game here is if you want to explore an area, you may want to kill off everybody there. But if you're grinding and you want some runes, like we need it now, we want to kill people. But, you know, if they're not messing with you, I wouldn't mess with them, you know, generally. Now that's where that 110 critical is great. So we have these guys. These lead like throwing knives. These are pretty awesome. You can see that they scale with dexterity really well. That's an S scale. And the strength is A. So these are going to be really, really powerful, but they're kind of expensive. So like right now I only have 4 of them, and once you throw them, they're gone. So they're a limited consumable. And they even scale with arcane, which means they probably make them really blood loss. You can see that. So sometimes you really want to throw those, but so we'll keep those on standby, and we'll keep going. Now, you may or may not hear this little glowing sound, but you can kind of see that this thing's sort of calling to us. So we're going to kind of head over here, check out these things. Let me deal with this guy first. I want to practice parry on this guy. See if we can get just an ounce better. Wow, he just really wants to die, huh? Whoa. Oh shit, I always forget. Nice. Okay, I want to go back over here now. Oh, it's starting to rain. And we see these little pieces here. A ruin fragment. Now, the ruin fragments are not really used for anything. That doesn't sound that exciting, but there's one thing. You make these little rainbow stones, and it kind of helps you determine if you can drop down. So they have some use, but... Ooh. Now this is a... You can see it's even a bigger seed. And this one has a little red in it. So if you were to kill this little bug there, right there you can see him. If you were to kill him, you can refill your flasks. And right now we still have our 4 flask, you know. But like for example, I'm gonna drink one, and then I'm gonna jump down there. But the thing about them, they're gonna run. He's probably gonna run to that direction, and I may or may not catch him. So let's find out. Nice. And that little helped refill my little flasks there. Got some fucking bats. You can kind of see in the... I hate the bats. I'm going to... Woo! Hate them. Ooh. The cool thing is if you take on a whole horde, like we just did here, and kill them, you get your health restored, which is nice. I chamber lies under the ruins. This is a whole encounter, and I don't necessarily want to do it just moment, so I might kind of keep exploring these woods. You never know what you're going to find, and there's no rush. This is gold tinge excrement, as they use. Those are really good for... Ooh, he saw me. Those are really good for... I kind of like this halberd. Root resin. Secreted from the roots of the great tree, can also be found near trees on the surface. So there's definitely something nearby, because there's going to be a catacombs or some sort of grave nearby. $200 runes. It's either like stored in like old bones. You didn't give me anything. A little better. A cave. Okay, mushrooms, very important. All kinds of manner of... You're going to get all kinds of afflictions, poison, fire, blood. Well, not fire, but like, you know, you might be bleeding, you might be going crazy, you can be put to sleep, all kinds of ailments. If you want to survive those, you're going to want mushrooms. That's like one of the main ingredients of those kind of things. So, dragonflies, oh man, those are amazing for poison. So, now how do I know that? You know, it's a matter of like, having played the game, know the recipes a little bit. But I kind of like the idea that did it not give me? I hate those little dragonflies. They give you for poison, so every time you see a dragonfly, you should definitely kill it. You will not be disappointed. Alright, so we've kind of explored around. There's no limit, so you can just pick up thousands and thousands of flowers and shit and maybe sell them off. That's a poison spray. I say we go into that cave. Nice little doggo. These are the dogs of... And, now, you can totally kill this turtle, and you could take its neck, and it's really good for stamina, but it is definitely kind of a no-no. They're almost like a religious figure. You don't really want to mess with the turtles in this world. The Groveside Cave. So before we go back in this cave, because we have no idea what we're going to get ourselves into, looks really dark, let's do a little checkup on where we're at in life. So first thing we can do is look at our equipment. We obviously haven't found anything better, so we're kind of stuck there with that. But we do have some items. Maybe we want to use this. Can't really use these for much. They're not going to really help us in fighting. And but if we're playing something kind of big, maybe throwing a little kukri here at them might be a good thing. But again, if we waste all 4 and then die, it's not like we get them back. So they might be something I don't want in, and I tend to be a little when I play, so maybe not. Alrighty. Let's also now let's look at our status here. We need 811 in order to level up. So I say that we use our 200. It's worth 200 runes. Let's just use that. And that gives us that 903, and that's enough to level up. So here we go. We're going to... Oh, wait, what? Oh, understood. I got ahead of myself here. So for now, can't level up. I have to get into some story here. But we have noise. Still at medium load. Okay, good. All right. Let's go see what's down in this cave. Fire going. Now outside the cave we had all these little Godric soldiers. So I'm assuming we're going to find more soldiers down here, but it looks like instead there are some wolves. I want to turn our light off. Sneak in here and see what we can find. Sneak over here. Cave moss. You need lots of cave moss too. So always grab your cave moss. Always grab mushrooms. So we don't want all of these doggos to come at us at once. Oh, good. He saw us. That's a good thing. So hopefully he will come up here. Oh shit. Woo! We're getting surrounded. Oh! I knew it was going to get me. So currently we have 1,068, but good news is we're really close. We'll get our... That was a really silly way to approach that. So, lesson learned. Now, since these are fleshy creatures, they probably do not want fire. So let's see how fire works against them, and if it's better. I may also want to use my halberd because I have a long reach on that, but... So as long as we kind of stay up here, even if we die, it's okay. Hello. Come on, mister. Come on, Mr. Wolf. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Ooh, see, they do not like fire. Much better experience. I see you. So I want to be careful because I... There we go. There we go. Come on. Hi. Oh, Leo. You want to sit on me? You want to rest up? Come on down. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Oh, good. Perfect. And now we have Big Mama. Come on. Come on, Big Mama. Oh, shit. Okay. I actually want to use my halberd then. Oh, shit. Nice. Oh, shit. Alright. Well, let's see what they give me here. Nice, a cracked pot. Cracked pots are awesome. They are these sort of magical things that you kind of stuff with various items, and then they can make like an exploding pot, or like a poison pot, or a sleep pot. You can see they have a lot more doggos. Oh shit. disgusting. So, looks like the soldiers got sort of attacked here. So we got two. Looks like there's just two. They're gonna both come at me though, I think. Oh, nice. This is Elden Ring 101. Get them on their own. Nice. Ooh, 200. What's this? Oh, little silver fireflies. Ooh. Nice. And some cave moss. We love that. Glowstone. Glowstone, again, that's sort of like a online thing because you can use it to like lure people in, and then you're just like, oh, it's a glowstone. Oh my gosh, my cat's playing like a cute cat. Oh, he's awesome. Okay. So, well, let's see. We've gotten a little hint about here, so there must be something down here. I would assume bestial of nature. Gotta love that cave moss. Alright, here we go. I think we're going to use the halberd on this experience. The Beastmen of Farum Azula. Woo! Oh! Sorry. Nice. 24.95. Nice. And we got a little talisman. Wow. So we just went into the lair of some beastmen of Farum Azula or something. So let's see what we got here. Always good to check out the items we got. A red ancient dragon boosts fire damage negation. This ancient dragon who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erd Tree would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. And so it is that the shape of the dragon has become symbolic of all manners of protection. The ancient dragons would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. That's pretty cool. You need fundamental. Glowstone, not so fundamental. Mushrooms, very. If you want to do throwing pots, these are really good for some like little raisins and stuff. Got the root, got some lump of flesh. Ooh, some little fireflies, little silver fireflies, and that kind of thing. All right, nothing too fancy here. So let's we'll rest up here, refill our little things, and is there anything we want to put away for now? I think we're good for now. Okay. And as you can see, every time you rest, all the people come back. But that's okay because we can get even more runes. Knocked his poise. That's pretty cool. Alright, now that it's daytime, we don't have to worry about those bats. But I think I'm going to start here at this site of grace over here before we tackle this whole encounter here.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
Well, I mean, it seems pretty... I mean, we don't necessarily know who she is or what her situation is or what she wants out of us, but we can't become Elden Lord on our own, and we're going to need someone to kind of guide us there and kind of give us some little bit of knowledge. And so I think it's a pretty good offer.
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect. Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
All right. First thing to do, you got to get that vigor up. And we got, so you can see here, it brings up our defense a lot. It also brings us to have HP goes from 522 all the way to almost 600, which is pretty awesome. So I would suggest no matter who you're playing, what you're doing, you put all of your efforts into vigor. Now, if you're playing the Wretch, maybe you go up to 15 at least, and then give yourself points in whatever your weapons you're kind of enjoying, and kind of see like what specialty you want to go into, but you want to be pretty high in vigor. So now that we're going to commit these, we had 26, 23, we're going to be left with 136, but we're leveling up to level 12, up 3 levels. So we're going to confirm that. And once we spend it and level up, they're good to go. It's solid. It's in us forever. And we're that much more powerful. By the time you finish this game, you're going to be closer to 150, 175. How slow we're going to play it, who knows how far we'll get. Now we could go up there, but I think we're going to want to tackle these ruins. They said there's some sort of treasure down there. I think we'll do that next time.